Aries, hello, and welcome to your overall energy reading for the period of November 16th through the 30th of 2020. Again, hello and welcome to my channel. I appreciate it. If you take a moment, if you have not done so already, to please click the like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification reminder. It's all important for the YouTube algorithms, and I would appreciate your support. So thank you very much in advance for that. Um, Aries, this is a 5-card tarot card overall energy reading for this period. It's a general reading for the larger collective of Aries, and it's intended for informational purposes. The information may not resonate with all Aries, and that's perfectly okay. Let it go, and take what fits, and move on from there. To save time, I already shuffled the cards, and I requested the universe's guidance in the cards as they were ejected on their own during the shuffle, and these are the 5 cards that came out. The first card here represents the overall energy for your past influences that were significant in the last few months. In some cases, the issues may have resolved, in others, the energy may still be lingering. This goes into our second card here, which is overall energy for the present period of this time period between the 16th and the 30th of November 2020. What you're currently energies for the collective, and the third card here represents the overall energy for future or upcoming energies that could be appearing within this time frame. The fourth card here represents the overall energy for any challenges, any challenging sort of energies that may come up during this time frame. Keep in mind that these challenges do not imply anything negative. Sometimes they're just provided as information to be aware of, and others, in most cases, they're presented as challenges and situations that you may have to make a decision based on your own self-control and input and self-awareness. And the fifth card here represents the energies for the outcomes that could be expected or during this time frame for the overall collective of Aries. Excuse me. So we will start with our first card here. So, Aries, we have the Emperor. This is a major arcana card. One moment, please. Angels and spirit guides, please help us understand the purpose of this card, the Emperor, here for Aries during this overall energy reading period for this time frame, please. Okay. Well, we know, Aries, that the Emperor here represents a father figure for actually the tarot decks. And it's suggesting here that many of Aries as the collective, you may have been in the past few months or most recently have been taking on sort of a fatherly role, and it doesn't matter what your gender is. This is about the overall energy or of the fatherly role. And that's typically, in this case, not to be stereotypical, but it's typically about providing for your family, not to be sexist, but just the energies, protecting and defending your loved ones. In some cases, could be the breadwinner and or the rock of the family that you have, which represents sort of a stable and security. The Emperor, I'm also picking up here, represents sort of a powerful leader. One who demands sort of respect and authority, and I think for some Aries, that was what you were projecting in your overall energy of your past influences here. That's picking up here. This was a status of sort of power and recognition, and it was important for many Aries to be able to demonstrate and show that. And for many of you, you're very comfortable in that sort of leadership role where you can sort of command and direct others. And now this could have been in a work relationship, it could have been in a project, a home situation, or anything. It's just that overall energy of those skills. For many Aries, that sort of leadership role, I'm picking up that you're able sort of to do so in a firm but fair manner. And many of you sort of were able to sort of show your vision about what you were trying to create or what you were trying to do, whether again was a home project, a planning of some activity, or a work-related issue. Um, uh, you were able to sort of listen to the advice of others, and however, I'm picking up that typically you like to have the final say in whatever that project or thing that you were working on, or activity. Um, the overall energy for you during this time is that for most of the areas you weren't afraid of conflict. That really wasn't scaring you, and you definitely didn't hesitate to use this sort of power of influence in a good way in order to make sure that you had the best outcome of whatever it is that you were working on. And I think in turn, many of the people that you were dealing with, whether it was work or friends or committee or church or whatever, no matter how big or small this sort of decision process was, that they, respected you for it, and they admired it. So in many cases, you were quite positive in being in sort of an influencer for others, in a positive way. Aries, also, I'm picking up here that we know that the Emperor, typically in the tarot cards, reflects a system sort of process. It's follows rules and regulations, and I think for many areas you were able to sort of, adopt those sort of principles of rules and regulations in whatever you were trying to accomplish, and you did so in a calm way. Many of you were able to do so to sort of prevent chaos from sort of creating or occurring, and you were able to sort of, if not map out literally, but in your mind you were able to map out what it is, the steps that needed to be resolved and who needed to be involved, and it was done in an organized approach. Also, Aries, the Impure card here in your past influences, I'm picking up, signifies that there's a world of knowledge and expertise, and no matter what it is that you happen to be working on. So, and you were able to sort of demonstrate on whatever this was that you had gained valuable, wisdom and life experience, and you're offering guidance in many ways and sort of advice or direction to anyone who may benefit, and it could have been from a counselor or a mentor or a teaching role, formally or informally. To a good friend or whoever, but you enjoyed that, and it's either you voluntarily shared it or you were approached to be able to sort of naturally guide that in that, what I'm going to call, I guess, energies of sort of a mentoring role to others, and that was important. We know, yeah. Again, this Emperor here in your past influences really was sort of representing a solid foundation that you were wanting Aries to sort of keep, or either create or to maintain that solid foundation, because you sort of were resistant or didn't want to make any changes that seemed unnecessary. So, but it was done you present sort of that tough exterior in the presentation, but you did so in a fair way, and in a trusting way, and people respected that, and I think you, for the most part, if you didn't already accomplish what you were trying to work on, you certainly are on your way to accomplish it. In our second card, this is our present energies. Oh, well, we have the Fool, which is again another major arcana card here. Angel and Spirit guides, please help us understand, for the Fool is here in the present energy for our Aries for this time period, 15th through the 30th of November 2020, please. Well, Aries, we know the number 0 up here represents unlimited potential, and it doesn't. There's not a specific sequence for this in tarot cards. It can be, it could be at the beginning or at the end of a journey, and there usually isn't, there's it's really about being present in all times, and there's really no sort of sequence of numbers that associates here with the Fool. Um, you know, and when you look at the card here, the individual sort of gazing up at the sky, and is there's these circles here represent sort of a boundless energy. There's he's jumping with elation, and he seems sort of there's a purity and an innocence about it. Um, there's typically loyalty and protection that is represented with the Fool here, and this is used basically to help encourage um, you know to move forward and to learn lessons of things from the past. Um, it symbolizes challenges that are yet to come, but that you're going to be able to take care of them. The Fool here is about new beginnings, and is really more focused on starting a change, or starting sort of an expedition, or creating something new. I'm picking up here, Aries, for your present situation. Again, many of you are starting to look, or if you haven't started already, looking for new beginnings. You're looking for sort of opportunities, and particularly an emphasis on potential. Um, it's about perhaps in some ways taking a step to the unknown. Perhaps you're not really knowing where you want to go with it, but you just know and have that feeling that it's time for change, to do something different. I'm picking up, there's no need to necessarily, commit yourself to anything particular. What you're really trying to do is just follow your heart. This is encouraging you, Aries, that this is really about taking a leap of faith. And, it's calling upon you to sort of trust the universe of wherever this is taking you, wherever this energy that you may be feeling. That this is about taking that leap and trusting the universe, and just going for it. Um, you know, Obviously, the universe is encouraging you to undertake a new journey, and it's encouraging you to have sort of an open and curious mind, and to be excited about it. This is about throwing caution to the wind, and really about embracing the unknown, and again, trusting. It's letting go of any fears or worries or anxieties about what may or may not happen, because this is a new experience. It's about personal growth and development, and that's the adventure here that Aries, that the universe is presenting to you. So the emphasis here is the time is now. And again, I'm picking up again, the universe is saying is take that leap of faith. Even if you don't feel 100% that you're ready, or you're equipped of what's coming, because again, who knows what it is? We don't know what it is. Nothing is going to be mapped out before you begin, because again, this is about taking a leap of faith and trusting the universe. This is about just taking and starting out with what you have at present, and you don't have to wait for someone else or a green light, or wait till you feel like you have the skills or the money or the tools or resources that you think you might need. The universe here is saying that you're ready right now. Even if you've been waiting for some sort of sign of change, this is it. This is just jumping in, and it's kind of like jumping in the deep end, and you'll swim. This is about having a great potential and opportunity that's being presented to you, Aries, right now. That old saying, the world's your oyster, this is it. This is about using your creative mind, and it's calling on you to be spontaneous, because that's where the new ideas are going to come to you, and be more meaningful. This is encouraging you, Aries, to be playful, to have fun, to relax, to treat life like a big experiment, and feel yourself really about just going with the flow about whatever comes your way. The universe here is asking you to embrace your innate, beautiful, and sort of carefree spirit. It's allowing yourself to connect with the energy that surrounds you and flows through you. By doing so, you're going to tap into your fullest potential, and stepping into a place really of wonderment and curiosity, and intrigued. This is about living life as if you were seeing it through as the eyes of a child once again. It's about learning to love more, laugh more, dance more, and let your heart go free and let go of any restrictions that are holding you back. Aries, this is really about an excellent time to meditate. If you're struggling with any sort of dread or self-doubt in your life, the Fool here in your present energy is sending the message to you to be daring and carefree. It's an embodiment of who you really are, and encouraging you to let that free spirit, that inner child and playful soul out. And it's also calling on you to, remember that anytime you experience fear, remember that the essence of the Fool is about encouraging you to acknowledge that fear and then let it go. That's important. You never know. None of us know what the future is going to be. And like the Fool, it's just encouraging you to step into the unknown, trusting that the universe will catch you, and you'll find your way. This is about taking a chance and then seeing what happens. This is a very good card here, and I think Aries, if you are feeling this sort of some sort of change or something you want to do, and wondering if it's the time to do it, this is here the universe saying is go for it, and you will succeed. And our third card of our future energies, we have the Prince of Wands. Keep in mind that in other tarot cards, it's also called the Page, but they're the same. So we have the Page of Wands here. Angel and Spirit guides, please help us understand what the Page or Prince of Wands here is doing in this overall energy reading for our Aries for this time period of November 16th through the 30th, 2020, please. Well, much like the Fool here in your future energies, the Page of our Prince of Wands here is about starting anything and a willingness to do anything. These are usually messenger cards. So this is about sending the message to you that you have an opportunity to start out on sort of a new journey or a project. And again, it's followed up very much with the Fool about just jumping in and taking a leap of faith. You don't have to have a solid plan in place, Aries, and you don't really have to know where you're headed. This is about enjoying the process and being excited about the possibilities and let them unfold. For Aries, if you have any sort of gift of dreaming and you've been thinking of sort of new and creative ideas that have been sort of bouncing around in your head, this is about taking those things, writing them down, and seeing where your interest goes, and then letting your dreams come true. And this is about really let nothing get in your way. I'm picking up, because this Page or Prince of Wands here is in your future energies. There's some of you maybe experience sort of a creative restlessness and not sure what you want to do. And if you notice, I guess it's almost like a feeling of one step forward and one step back. So I guess you could say on the fence. You have the energy, but you're not going anywhere with it. Well, this Page of Wands, or the Prince of Wands here in your future energy, is basically, along with the Fool in your present energy, is saying just go for it. Again, take that leap of faith. They're very much connected. This is about finding that creative spark and putting it down into some sort of reality, and then letting it go. You can, if you need to, map out some sort of strategy or a draft strategy, but this is about not having to have everything perfect right now. This is about things will fall into place as you go through them. Yes, you could meet some challenges, but you're going to learn from those challenges. The message here is that you will have success as long as you're having fun and you're keeping that creative energy and exploring in the process, because that is the key here. So if you have been wanting to test something out, or try an experiment, or whatever it is, no matter what it is, this is the time to go ahead and do it. And the universe is basically giving you the green light for it, because in the end, this is about the process is going to align yourself with your broader goals, and that's really what is important here. The Page or the Prince of Wands here also appears here in your future energy, because many Aries, you're looking for that spiritual path or a journey that's maybe calling you. If you've been curious about something and you've been intrigued, this is the time to see where it goes, and to jump into it. And yes, you could be a novice. You do not have to be experienced, because you're going to learn. The key is you're going to learn on the way, and that's important. It's about discovering new levels of learning and even of self-consciousness. Um, and it's and you'll benefit from it, Aries. This is really a very connected card here with the Fool card here. In some cases, if you would like, you can consult with a mentor or somebody, or do some research. That is common sense. But whatever it is this is saying, don't let anything stop you. You know, as, don't put too many restrictions on you to make it impossible, because that's not what this card is about. Do some common sense approaches, but go with the flow and just see where it goes, and have fun in the process. And in whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve or work on or learn about, or do something different, you're going to have success with it. In our fourth card, this is our challenges. We have the Three of Cups. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand what is the Three of Cups here doing in our challenges for this overall energy for this time period of the 16th through the 30th of November 2020, please. Well, Aries, this is about celebration. It's about friendship. It's about sisterhood, brotherhood. It's about creative sort of collaborations. It's about friends and family. And this is, picking up that, those the closest to you, whether they're friends or family, are here to support you and lift you up to sort of that higher levels of consciousness. It's encouraging you to celebrate with them and enjoy that sense of camaraderie, no matter who they are. And family could be anybody. This is in your future, or your challenging energy is reminding you to use that wonderful connection that and shared, and to share it, and think of it, again, this example of sort of like Sex in the City, the four women where they have this wonderful friendship and can, just sort of connect with each other. This is about that sort of energy. It's about, standing with each other through thick and thin. And it's enjoying them and for who they are, and accepting them for who they are, and accepting their differences, and having fun and laughing and yes, yeah, I mean, yeah, no, yeah, let me in. I was just recording a video. Go ahead, come in. That's all right. Come here. Here you go. All right. So, this is about, again, working through challenges and experiencing the good times and even the sad times. Again, the energy here is enjoy the camaraderie. So the Three Cups here in your challenges here is that you're encouraged to gather with your closest friends and have a good time together. And it's about talking and laughing and sharing and creating. The past, especially with COVID-19, has been serious for a lot of reasons. With people may have lost their jobs or reduced incomes, or any sort of challenges and isolation. So this is really important for you, Aries, to sort of to give and receive love and support and compassion from those that are closest to you. And again, whether it's family or whoever they are, or just close friends, it's encouraging you to, if you've been wanting to do it, is somehow host a night out, even if you have to do it virtually through Zoom or something. It's just take the initiative and and get the people that are closest to you together, because I think they'll all benefit from it, and so will you. And I think, and I'm picking up a lot of good energy will come from that. The Three of Cups here in Aries is indicating that this is going to be a very sociable period for you, and it could be based on whether it's a wedding or a birthday. Of course, the holiday seasons that are coming up. So, we're still under COVID-19, and it may be difficult to do things as you normally have done in the past. But this is about finding creative ways to sort of still celebrate with people. It's about letting your hair down and forgetting about the day-to-day commitments and obligations for a while. This is really calling upon you to spend quality time with your friends and family, and to enjoy yourself. You're invited here, Aries, to collaborate with others on creative projects and inspire one another to sort of new heights. If you do so collectively, you're going to come to a common goal and create something even better. It's about reaching out to others and banding together, and you can achieve great success by sharing your positive energies and that passion to a wider community. The Three of Cups I'm picking up here for you, Aries, is really about a creative card, and it ties very much into these two previous cards here for you during this time period. It's suggesting that it's encouraging you to pursue that creative outlook within a group environment. Particularly, I'm picking up you'll benefit for something that involves other people than yourself, because it's about a great way to connect and something that you've been missing, Aries, with others, and you can play off of others' creative abilities. So your challenge here is that, do you sit and do nothing, or do you plan something? Do you take something and get people together instead of waiting? So this is encouraging you to take the effort in any of these creative things here, and particularly in this social situation, and you will benefit from it, Aries. And our last card, we have the King of Cups. This is your outcomes for this energy period. Angel and Spirit guides, please help us why the King of Cups here is in the Aries outcomes for this overall energy period for the 16th to the 30th of November 2020, please. Well, Aries, it's in line with all these other cards. This is really the message is about creativity and experiencing emotion and letting go. I'm picking up here that based on the Fool here, and even from here the Emperor, because you've been able to sort of demonstrate that maturity and stability within your own life, other people that are around you have recognized that as well. You've been able to navigate challenges during this time, and you've been demonstrating that you haven't let things get to you. And you definitely, I'm picking up, have steered clear of any sort of drama, because you've been choosing to sort of be to use your emotional balanced approaches and to be calm. The King of Cups here in your outcome reading is again encouraging you to remain emotionally mature when you're faced with sort of any negative energy that others may come to you. Stand firm, much like you were here in your past influences, to be fair and to hear other people's sides. But in the end, you're going to make smart decisions, and you're not going to let other circumstances or other people's whims steer you away. This is about staying true to your emotions and your feelings, and keeping that balanced approach. The King of Cups here, Aries, in your outcomes is about finding that perfect balance and executing from the heart. I'm picking up here that you'll be able to assess and manage any sort of situations that are approached to you in a logical way. But you're going to, again, use your intuition and understanding of human actions. You're going to be demonstrating those leadership characteristics that you did in your past, which is consistent. Because it's about achieving goals and objectives, and making sure that it's and assuring that everybody's happy within reason, and particularly engaged if others are involved. This is about using your logic and emotions in a balanced way, and again, you're going to draw on the energy of that King, which is about stability and emotional maturity in order to do so. The King, much like the Emperor, is again representing sort of in the tarot cards as a fatherly energy. It's about using his the energy of the masculine energy of emotional self, and keeping that balanced approach. It's about using wise advice, particularly balancing the feelings of emotions and creativity in relationships, and that sort of overall human dynamic that takes into place, not just hearing one side. It's about feeling compassionate towards others, creating strong bonds, which is really, this ties in with your Three of Cups here about social interactions that's important to you. And it's about using patience and understanding, and you'll benefit from that, and so will those around you. Um, Aries, this is encouraging you that as you interact with others, to navigate anyone who has strong feelings or emotional triggers that can create an attempt to throw you out of balance. Just be aware of that, and use it, and don't take things too personal. Keep that balanced approach again. I'm picking up that either someone could appear to you to be a mentor to help you with this, but I'm also picking up that this sort of innate energy that you have here and been using in this time period here is that most likely you're going to be mentoring other people, and perhaps if not in a formal mentoring, but people are going to observe how you are handling things, and that's going to rub off on them in many ways. So, the old saying of, you never know who's watching you or learning from you, really takes into place here, because it doesn't have to be a formal situation. Other people are just observing you and saying, oh, that person, they handled themselves very well, maybe I can adapt that sort of energy. So just remember that sometimes if you think no one's listening or watching, they really are. They're watching, and they're learning from you. So that's very good. So again, your outcomes are keeping right on target. This is a very good reading for you, Aries, in your time frame. So this is awesome. You should be very happy with this. So Aries, thank you again for watching this video, and I appreciate it. To repeat again, for those who are new, if you got this far, I would appreciate, based on the YouTube algorithms, that if you will click the like the video, click subscribe to my channel, and click on the notifications. You won't be bombarded by lots of stuff from YouTube. This is really about algorithms, and YouTube uses it to promote channels to a wider audience, and I'm still a new channel, and I would appreciate your support if you are up to it. So thank you in advance if you have, and or if you will, and if you've already done it, thank you in advance as well. It's greatly appreciated. So I usually say, if you'd like to support the channel, want to click on the big three, which is, again, click on the like video, subscribe to my channel, and click on the notification button. Those are important. But most important here, Aries, is feel free to leave a comment if you feel any part of this reading was applicable to you. And again, if it didn't resonate with you, or perhaps part of it didn't resonate, it's totally okay. There's a lot of other influences that take place. Just take it for information, and if it didn't fit, let the rest go. And the information may not have been specifically for you. So thank you very much, Aries, and enjoy. We'll see you in December.